Oh, thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone. We have an extra large crowd this morning. We have a few guests. Welcome to the general session of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners for April 11th. And it is both Passover week.
It is. Last night was the first night.
Yes. So for Commissioner Brown and our Jewish friends, happy Passover. And it is also Holy Week. So happy Easter to everyone. We have so many guests this morning. It's Child Abuse Prevention Month, and so we will celebrate that with our friend Bruce Cadwallader from Children's Services, and it is also, we have our state champions here from the winter sports season. So we'll do that, but we will begin our meeting this morning with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Boyce.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. We'll start this morning with Bruce Cadwallader from the Franklin County Children's Services. And do we have another guest?
She's running a bit late.
Oh, okay. We also have Kristen Rost, but she's running a bit late. So.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Good morning.
I want to welcome you on behalf of Chip Spinning, our Executive Director. Thank you for letting me be here to talk a little bit about Child Abuse Prevention Month. Our theme this year is Lend a Hand in Prevention. Here, there's the props that we're using this month. During the month of April, Franklin County Children's Services, the Ohio Children's Trust Fund, and the Center for Family Safety and Healing are partnering together to bring attention to this issue of child abuse and neglect here and across the state. We'll be holding our annual Child Abuse Prevention Breakfast tomorrow, where we'll celebrate some of the youth and success stories from our families, social workers, and community advocates. April 12th is also Wear Blue Day. We encourage all Ohioans to wear blue. Take a photo and send it to us via email, and you might appear on our Facebook page. But every child deserves to grow up in a healthy, safe environment. Most children in Franklin County have that loving home. But for many, this isn't a reality. Every day, Franklin County Children's Services sees children whose lives are in jeopardy. Last year, we received more than 32,000 referrals for service from our agency, resulting in over 13,000 investigations of child abuse and neglect, and those numbers keep rising. We are able to carry out our mandate of protecting children, though, with the help of caring individuals in the community. We ask for more kinship care providers, foster care, parents, those who wish to adopt or volunteer. Our director wants you to know that there are many challenges facing those we serve, including the opiate crisis. This epidemic has greatly impacted child protection agencies across the state, increasing our caseloads, putting a strain on needed resources and services for those affected. Child abuse is an all-encompassing issue that requires a community response. That is why we are excited and hope you have seen our new PSA called In the Next 30 Minutes. We are asking each person to consider what they might do in the next 30 minutes to lend a hand to families or children to help us prevent child abuse and neglect. This is a simple act of kindness, such as hold a crying baby, volunteer at a community resource center, become a foster parent. For more information on that, please check out our website, and please watch the video sometime called Next 30 at next30.org. Thank you.
Bruce, thanks for coming this morning. We appreciate it. Thanks for all the work that the agency does.
Absolutely. I like these ideas. Read a book to a child, mentor a child, volunteer at a local community center, encourage an overwhelmed parent. Always a challenge when you've got kids to not be overwhelmed. Report suspected abuse.
We have a 24-hour hotline, 229-7000.
Yeah.
And our intake office in Whitehall is busy all the time.
We appreciate it.
Thank you for your time this morning. I'm sorry Kristen couldn't be here. Maybe the weather held her back.
Sure.
But the Ohio Children's Trust Fund has been a great partner of ours this month, and they're taking a statewide message.
Weather's pretty rough this morning. We have some resolutions here for you, and I think Robin wants to get some pictures, so
Thank you.
come on up.
Get a couple more. And one more. Thank you. Very good.
See you in the morning.
We will wear clear.
Trying to think if I am.
You do it.
Where's your phone, Kevin? All right. Now it's time for all you guys.
Your favorite thing. It's
We-
Commissioner
I
O'Grady's
do.
favorite thing.
I do like doing this. This is awful fun. You know what? I remember going to city council chamber when I was your guys' age. So I do like doing this. But we also, Commissioner Brown actually started it a few years back. We do make sure that we also recognize not just the athletes, but we make sure that every year we take time to recognize the scholars and the artists as well. And so we get with the school districts every year, and we make sure that kids that are not overachievers, that are achievers in arts and culture, and kids that are achievers academically, we make sure that we recognize them as well, because anybody that's a young person that puts in the kind of time and effort that all of you guys are putting in should be recognized. And it's also kind of fun when we see kids that are down here for both reasons, and we
Right.
have seen that,
And we
where there
do.
are kids that are student athletes that are here for both occasions. But I want to bring up Belinda Logan, who is the Executive Director of the Greater Columbus Sports Commission. So great to see you.
Good morning,
again.
everyone. Thank you so much for having us. One of our favorite days of the year as well. We do it 3 times a year, recognizing all of our state champions. Columbus and Franklin County are very proud hosts of 19 state champions through the Ohio High School Athletic Association. So all of you here today represent thousands of athletes around the community, and we couldn't be any prouder of all of you and all the work that's done by the county and all of our organizations together. So I would like to bring up Dr. Debbie Ross with the Ohio High School Athletic Association to say a few words.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Debbie Moore. I am a representative of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. I'm here on behalf of all of our staff and Commissioner Ross. And it's always a pleasure to do this today. And Commissioner O'Grady, I know you talked about how fun this is, but I want to commend you. This is really an exciting time, and it's such a pleasure to be able to recognize these young people. And not only are they great athletes, but they're also outstanding scholars. Research tells us that students who are involved in interscholastic athletics, as well as other school activities, do better in the classroom. So it's our mission, our core value, to support them scholastically as well as in their athletic endeavors. We've just come off 5 weeks of our winter sport tournaments. We start out with swimming and diving. One of my favorite sports, I'm the administrator for swimming and diving. I know we have great swimming and diving here in the central part of the state. Then we move into gymnastics, and then ice hockey, and then bowling, which is our newest sport.
I was
Great bowling. We have 2 divisions for both boys and girls, and we love bowling because it gets more students involved that might not have been involved in another interscholastic
Right.
sport. And then we conclude with our basketball tournament. So it's been a really fun time over the last couple months, and it's just wonderful to be here to recognize these outstanding student athletes. And I thank you again.
Sure.
It's great. Well, come on up, guys.
Before they do, can I just say a few words? I just want to say to the state champs that are here once again, your accomplishment is something that you will cherish for the rest of your life. And I can tell you, I know John and I have had so many conversations about our high school careers, and I'm not sure if Commissioner Brown played any sports in high school.
Before Title IX.
Oh, okay, before Title IX. But I know Commissioner O'Grady would agree with me that those moments are not just an opportunity for you to stand on the podium and receive a medal. They're really moments that kind of define your life, because that same passion and fight and rigor that you put in to achieve that accomplishment works in life in the same way. And it works in life for your family, it works in life for your career, it works in life for everything that you do, and you'll always reference the sports experience that taught you to grind it out and fight, and that is a major achievement. You know, there are over 600 and something high schools in the state of Ohio, hundreds of thousands of kids that are in our high school system, and you were the best. You were the best in your sport, and that says something about you. It says not just because you have an ability, but it says something about your ethic, your work ethic, and all that you'll put into life. And so I don't want to gloss over the idea that a state champion just happens every day, because it doesn't. It is such a unique experience, and you may not experience it again. You know, and so I want you to enjoy this moment. I want you to cherish it, and remember that those of us who are watching you appreciate and value the contribution that you've made in our community. So congratulations.
I think that's really important to note. I think we have to recognize the families that
Absolutely.
support, because I know now you and John both have children that have supported, and you have supported them so much, and I know the parents out here have supported their students and it really takes that,
It does.
because it is tough to get kids to where they need to go every single day for practice every day, and to put in that time and to put in that effort. It's really it's something. I see it with my daughters taking her sons to where they need to go every single day for practice. And thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I said this earlier, and I said I wasn't going to say it, but Marty asked me to say it again. But, you know, don't let this be the most important thing that you achieve in your life. It's a fantastic accomplishment, but you know, use this as a building block, and you know, use this as an example, so that throughout the course of the rest of your life, this is a springboard to more fantastic accomplishments throughout the rest of your life. The other thing I would like to tell you, Kevin said something that reminded me. You know, my coach used to say to me when I was a kid, "What did you do today to be a champion? What did you do today to make sure that you outworked your opponent?" Well, you know what? I think about that all the time. I'm 50. I turned 53 years old the other day. I still think about that. I still think about, what did I do today to be better than I was? What did I do today to be better than you know, than I was last year? What did I do today to get better, to do more, to make the project that I'm working on better than it is, to push my staff to do more, to push myself to do more, to you know, help the county to be more. So, you know, the lessons that you're learning now as an athlete, the things that you're doing to be a champion, are things that you're going to keep that are going to continue to help you grow in your professional career as an adult. And so keep it up. I mean, know that you're going to that competitive edge is going to continue to drive you in your professional career as an adult. So let's get going. Come on, we'll come out front, and Marty will call on you guys, and we'll take some pictures. And when we come up, the coaches and the administrators come up with whoever you want from your school. Come on up with, and then we'll have the students introduce yourselves, what your grade is, what you know, and if you're going off, if you're a senior, if you're going off to college and you know where you're going, tell us about that, and then we'll have the coaches and/or administrators talk about the athletes.
All right, we will start in the pool with Columbus School for Girls. They were the state runner-up in Division II. Senior Miranda Donnelly won the 50-yard freestyle for the third straight year. She took home Performer of the Meet honors in Division II. She also won the 100-yard freestyle. And the Unicorns set a state record in the 200-yard freestyle relay when the team of Donnelly, freshman Jordan Arnu-Reese, sophomore Alicia Donnelly, and senior Maggie Wagenbrunner finished with a time of 1:34.45.
Hi, so I'm Miranda Donnelly. I'm a senior at Columbus School for Girls, and I'm going to be swimming next year at North Carolina State, and I'll be majoring in animal science.
Wow. You want us to pass it?
So, hi, I'm Jordan Arno Reese, and I am a freshman at Columbus School for Girls.
Hello, I'm Maggie Wagenbrenner, and I'm a senior at Columbus School for Girls, and I'm going to DePaul University to major in kinesiology.
And my name is Stephanie Donnelly. I'm the coach at the Columbus School for Girls, and extremely proud of these ladies. not only did they set a team record, but a state record in that 200 freestyle relay. So our school has never done that. And we got runner-up in the state. So that was very exciting. And then Miranda was two-time. She was a state champion in the 100 free and the 50 free for the third time in a row. So it was really an accomplishment for our school. It's a really small school. We have about 50 kids in a class. So it's wonderful. So thank you so much for having us.
Rob's going to take some pictures. Yeah. Be easy. Tell your dad said it's a good thing. You look like
All right, you ready? Get one more. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you.
See you guys. Tell my brother.
We'll see you again.
All right, next from Dublin Kaufman High School, we have freshman Hannah Bailey, who earned the girls' Division I Performer of the Meet honor for her achievement in the 100-yard breaststroke.
Okay, so I'm Hannah Bailey, and I go to Dublin Kaufman High School, and I'm a freshman this year.
Steve Von Schultz. I'm the coach of Dublin Kaufman. It's my first year coaching Hannah. It was a great joy. She's a hard worker. She's still actually learning how good she can be, which is amazing after winning states. So, and it was one of the best races at states because there was about 6 girls that could have won that race. It was fantastic.
And we'll see her again.
Yes.
We hope to see her a bunch, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Other individuals and teams that could not make it today include Gahanna Lincoln sophomore Macy Vieta, who was the Division I diving champion. Upper Arlington girls, for the 12th time in the last 15 years, were the state champion swimming and diving team. And at the boys' meet, Pickerington North swimmer Jason Matthews won the Division I championship in the 100-yard breaststroke. All right, now to bowling. Briggs High School freshman Dakota Fink was the individual state champion in Division I.
I'm Dakota Fink, and I'm a freshman at Briggs High School.
I'm Jim Martini. I'm 37 years at Briggs High School coaching and teaching there, and my last, unfortunately, to work with her. She's very sad about it. But quite an achievement for a freshman to come in and win the state championship, to fight through the nerves. It's only the second girls state champion that's been a freshman. I was very proud of her, and her work ethic this year came in kind of raw and 100-mile-an-hour fastball of a bowling ball, and really worked on her game and learned how to bowl through the year and capped it off with a state championship. This is Doug Jones, our athletic director.
They stole that from me. Doug Jones, athletic director at Briggs High School. Just want to point out that Dakota was also the only non-senior on our starting lineup. Of our top 8 bowlers, 7 were seniors, and then there was Dakota. So to step up and win the state championship is really, I mean, even to crack the starting lineup for her. This is a team that's gone to states for 5 consecutive years, so very proud, and we're going to miss Coach Martini.
Paper. I went to reading.
We have one more. All right, next we have the Westerville Central Boys Bowling Team Division I state champions. Team members include Devin Richardson, Ryan O'Connor, Wesley Minke, Nick Osick, Cameron Gauntz, Ben Lorenz, Zach Gonzalez, and Alex Fleetwood could not be here today, but he was also on the team.
Excellent. Good. Get on both sides here. Congratulations. Idaho State.
Congratulations, you're going to Idaho State?
That's what he told us. He's the team jokester.
This is great. Yeah.
Hi, Jeff Robinson.
Hand is down that way. Congratulations.
No, you go first.
I get the tall guy.
You don't know, don't say it.
I'm almost
Yeah, name and grade.
Wow. Good team.
I'm Cameron Gauntz. I'm a junior at Westerville Central, and I'm still looking for which college I want to go to.
I'm Devin Richardson. I'm in 10th grade at Westerville Central.
I'm Nick Osiak. I'm also in 10th grade, and I'm going to Idaho State for agriculture.
I'm Zach Gonzalez. I'm a sophomore at Westerville Central.
I'm Ryan O'Connor. I'm a junior at Westerville Central High School.
I'm Ben Lorenz. I'm a senior at Westerville Central, and I'm going to go to Columbus State for auto technology.
I'm Wesley Minke. I'm a freshman at Westerville Central.
I'm Jeff Robinson, assistant coach.
I'm Julie Wells. I'm the lead coach of these fine young men. And I'm going to hand over the mic to my assistant and let him introduce himself, and then I'm going to give you an overview.
I'm Mark Gauntz, assistant coach.
I'd just like to take a minute to very publicly congratulate these boys. They did a fantastic job. They are all talented in their own right. They have worked very hard. It's about doing it as a team. That's what we've been preaching the entire year. It's about the unit, it's not the individual. And these boys came together at the very end, overcame all sorts of obstacles. In the finals, they were down 2 games of a best-of-5 series, won the next 3 to move on to the next round, got a little bit better, won it in 3-1 the second one, and ran over them in the finals 3-0. So it's about overcoming adversity. These young men worked as a team. This is a team unit. I'd like to congratulate them.
There's only one senior on the bunch, too.
Yes, there's only one senior on the bunch.
Keep it up. Let's see you guys back here next
See you
year.
next year, yeah. We look forward to that. Absolutely.
Pass those out. Robin, should we get them all? Can we get like another row here?
Yeah. Kneel or something.
All right. So we take a knee.
Come on, guys,
roll
let's
that
take a
good
position.
stuff.
Here we go. Yeah. You can stay right there.
These guys
Great, guys.
They know how to do it. We've
Oh,
done it
I'm
before.
sure. I am sure.
Very good. Hang in there just another second or two.
They're yelling. They can be on their knee all day. I wouldn't be able to get back up if I could. All right. Well,
Wow.
you are all welcome to stay and learn all about county government As I said, especially those of you that are students of my brothers at Columbus School for Girls, you will learn more here than you will there. But you are also welcome to leave. Please don't knock the doors off the hinges on your way out. There will probably be some commotion, so we'll give it a break before we start, because usually there is.
Wants to stay.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Congratulations. Take care. Tell your dad and your uncle I said hi, please. I will. Thanks.
Who's her dad?
The Wagon Runners.
Yeah.
Mark, her dad's Mark. And
Right.
Eric is my representative on the COCIC.
Good family.
Text Mark. I've seen his daughter.
Yeah, they're good folks. They're Hartley boys. Wagon Runners are both Hartley grads.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mark's older than Eric.
Yeah, that I knew. But not
All
by
right.
much.
Hey, Dan, would you mind closing those doors? Hey, Dan, can you? Oh, Marty's got them. I was going to say, close the doors. They usually hang out in the lobby a little bit, and there's some commotion. So, all right. Can we? That's always fun. Can we get the a motion for the approval of the minutes of the March 14th and March 21st, 2017 general session, and the minutes of the March 16th, 2017 briefing session?
So move.
Second.
Moved in second and voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
The minutes have been approved.
All right. The Court of Common Pleas.
Resolution number 233-17, resolution authorizing non-general fund appropriation adjustments for the Adult Probation Department.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Susan Bedsole, Deputy Court Director. With me is Mike Pfeiffer, our IT Director. First, I have to say I was a little disappointed to learn the crowd and the photographer was not here for me, but I guess
Well, thank you for bearing with us.
we'll
I know-
just, go on with our boring resolution. So.
Well, thanks for bearing with us.
I
know
did
that
play
took
sports
a
in
while.
high school, if that counts for anything. So this resolution approves the transfer of appropriation from our non-general fund grants that the Adult Probation Department receives from ODRC. The transfer would allow us to purchase a smart board for one of our conference rooms, 2 biometric kiosks, which will be used by probationers to check in following sentencing, which will help us greatly increase the efficiency of our intake process. And lastly, a Nimble Sand data storage unit, which will replace one that's nearing the end of life. The resolution also includes a request for supplemental appropriation, again from a non-general fund, Community Corrections General or our Jail Diversion Program. This increase in the appropriation will allow us to have our one-time purchases toward the end of the year, which will include items such as safety equipment and items for our lab. Both of the transfer and supplemental requests will allow these funds to address our year-end payments to complete the fiscal year, which ends on June 30th. So, pending any questions, we would request approval.
If there are no questions or comments, move for passage of 233-17.
I'll second.
Moved in second and voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 233-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Domestic Relations.
Resolution number 234-17, resolution authorizing a third amendment to the 2017 grant agreement with the Ohio Department of Youth Services in the amount of $328,517.
Good morning, Commissioners. Barb Reeves, Deputy Director.
Good morning, Barb.
This resolution is requesting changes to our 2017 grant agreement. These changes are due primarily to the increase in youth referrals to our mental health services, life skills, and our diversion program. Additionally, an adjustment needs to be made to the aftercare program to purchase a computer and add a line item for the payment of term wages. Pending any questions, we request the approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for passage of 234-17.
I'll second.
Moved in second and voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yeah.
Resolution number 234-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 235-17, resolution authorizing appropriation adjustments related to various carryover expenditures.
The court's requesting a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $25,933.97 to expend the remaining balance in a Annie E. Casey grant. Additionally, the court is requesting a transfer of appropriations in the amount of $26,076 for the court's contribution to the Franklin County Family and Children's First Council. These funds were originally encumbered in 2006. However, the payment could not be made because the MOU was not completed until 2017. Pending any questions, the court requests the approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for passage of 235-17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 235-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks, Barb.
Thanks, Barb. Franklin County Data Center.
Resolution number 236-17, resolution authorizing a contract with Tech Systems Incorporated for staff augmentation services in the amount of $153,408.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Rick James. I am the Chief Operating Officer for the Franklin County Data Center. And this is a supplemental contract associated with the State of Ohio's term contract to provide .NET programming staff augmentation for the county website refresh project. The vendor is located in Franklin County, and the Automatic Data Processing Board has approved this augmentation. Pending any questions, I request your approval for this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for passage of 236-17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 236-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 237-17, resolution authorizing a contract with Presido Holdings for staff augmentation services in the amount of $575,608.
This contract is also a supplement to a State of Ohio contract and is for IT infrastructure staff augmentation services. The vendor is located in Franklin County, and the Data Board has approved this staff augmentation as well. Pending any questions, I request your approval for this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for passage of 237-17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 237-17 has been adopted.
Thank you very much, Commissioners.
Thank you. Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 238-17, resolution approving an amendment to the contract with Dress for Success, an increase of $52,000 for a total amount of $104,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Charles Noble, Chief Strategy Officer, Franklin County Job and Family Services, and with us we have Director Joy Bivens, Franklin County Job and Family Services.
Good morning, Charles.
So this resolution will approve an amendment to our existing contract for Dress for Success Columbus for workforce readiness, suiting TANF-eligible women seeking employment. Dress for Success Columbus has already met its target of serving 260 women, and this amendment will allow them to provide their free career and interview suiting services for an additional 260 women, for a grand total of 520. Women in the program are able to access professional development training, soft skills workshops, one-on-one career counseling, and more through Dress for Success's Career Center. They are also paired with a personal stylist who helps them to select professional outfits, accessories, personal care products, and more from the suiting boutique so they can look and feel their best for an upcoming interview. And after they get hired, and that of course is the goal, they have another chance to work with their personal stylist once again to select and learn how to mix and match outfits for their new workplace wardrobe, whether that's more professional attire, business casual clothes, medical uniforms, or more. Pending any questions, I ask for approval of this resolution.
I'm so happy we're doing this. I know the great work that they do in counseling and in really preparing women for jobs, real jobs.
Right.
And, you know, the name is Dress for Success, but they do so much more. And this is such a good program. The clothing is amazing, and the accessories and everything else is just amazing. But that's almost aside from what they do to help women get the confidence, get the skills, the soft skills training. the hard skills training to get into the right job. It's just incredible how successful they've been.
Yes, they've been very innovative in their workforce training and soft skills, and it's just amazing what they've been able to do. I think they've even, assisted women with scrubs for, medical profession, and then now with the boots, work boots, for those types of jobs. So it's been amazing what they've been able to do.
Yeah.
I shared this in briefing, but I'll just say it again. I read a recent report that said soft skills for graduates today are some of the things that employers most look for. Timeliness, appropriate dress, ethic, work ethic in the workplace. And so I just really think what Dress for Success does in totality is a real important resource in preparing young people for the workforce. So really happy to see this resolution come before the board.
And we might want to mention they're celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year as well.
Outstanding.
They are.
Commissioner Brown's our co-chair for that.
They are celebrating the growth and development, which has been incredible. And 10 years is a big deal. Yeah.
Well, if there are no further comments or questions, move for passage of resolution 238-17.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 238-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Homeland Security and Justice Programs.
Resolution number 239-17. Resolution authorizing a consulting contract with Fred C. Bowditch for continued professional services related to critical infrastructure protection and private-public partnership, the amount of $50,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kathy Crandall, Homeland Security and Justice Programs, and with me this morning I brought Fred Bowditch. This resolution does request you to approve a continuation contract for Mr. Bowditch so he can continue his role as your private-public outreach liaison for Homeland Security and Criminal Justice. This is the 7th year, 7, that he has supported and extended the specialized services needed in the community with our private sector partners that include security assessments, emergency planning, training, exercising. And pending any questions, I do recommend your approval of his contract.
I don't have questions. I would like to thank you, Fred, for all of the work you've done in the Jewish community that I'm personally aware of, and I know you've done far more in the larger community, but I know the Jewish community has been so thankful, and we really appreciate the support we've gotten.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
If there are no further comments or questions, move for passage of 239-17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 239-17 has been adopted.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Fred.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Kathy.
Okay. Human Resources.
Resolution number 240-17, resolution approving personnel actions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rob Young, representing Human Resources. Have the following personnel actions this week. Department of Animal Care and Control, 1 suspension and 1 probationary removal. Child Support Enforcement Agency, 1 suspension. And Department of Job and Family Services, 1 suspension. Pending any questions, request approval of the resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for passage of 240-17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 240-17 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thanks, Rob. Purchasing.
Resolution number 241-17, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $824,538.90.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Balanier, representing purchasing. The resolution before you requests your approval of 70 purchase orders. These purchase orders have been pre-certified as to the availability of funds by the county auditor. Pending any questions, we recommend their approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for passage of 241-17.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 241-17 has been adopted.
Thank you. Antoine, do we have journalizations this
We
morning?
have one from the Franklin County Board of Elections. It is an estimated cost of preparing and conducting a special election that will be held on August 8th, 2017. The total estimated cost will be $1,343,000.
Who's
That's
doing
the,
election in August?
That the city's,
Anybody know?
I'm not sure if there's any issue on the ballot for the special election, but pursuant to statute, there is a requirement that the Board of Elections has to notify the Secretary of State and the Board of Commissioners what the cost of the special election will be in case anyone decides to submit a question for the ballot.
Oh,
and
so
that-
this is just if there's something for a special.
Right, I think this was part of the change in the state budget a couple years ago.
and that could
It's what-
potentially be they're collecting signatures for the.
The ballot, yeah, for the Columbus.
Jonathan
Yeah,
Beard's
yeah, yeah,
group.
Yeah.
but there's nothing now.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
If there is something, that is proposed for the ballot for the special election, we will again hear because there would have to be prepayment of 65% of the expenditures.
I didn't, this is the first time this has had to come before us now, right? Okay, this is the change in the state law.
All right.
Got it. Okay.
Thanks, everyone. See everyone next week.
I didn't know we had to do